On Tuesday, the 27th, about 2 days ago from when I'm recording this, we got all 8 episodes of Wonder Man. And I watched it all second it came out, 6 p.m., so I kind of wanted to share my thoughts about it. And honestly, I love this show. It might be the best Marvel show Disney Plus has put out. I don't know if I can state just how good it was, how awesome those 8 episodes were. It's so good. And if you haven't seen it, I would encourage you to watch it. And I will get into a little bit of spoilers, of course, but if you haven't seen it, watch it. It's amazing. It's a Marvel show, but it also doesn't feel like a Marvel show. The trailers of Wonder Man War is really good. I loved them. It looked fun, unique. I loved the editing, the music in it. The second I turned on the show and watched that first episode, I was hooked immediately from beginning to the end. I just couldn't stop watching. I didn't want to look away from the TV at all because I didn't want to miss a single thing. And that just shows how awesome, how good of a character Simon is. He just feels so real. His emotions, just all the characters in the show, his relationship with Trevor Slattery, it just feels so real. They feel like people. They have emotions. They have goals. They have problems. The show just feels so human. It's like, yeah, Simon Williams has superpowers, but that's just not all. He's also a person. He wants to be an actor. He's super passionate, as we can see in the first episode when he gets fired from American Horror Story. And that part just made me cringe so bad because, like, he's dedicated, he's passionate, but he's just doing too much. He's overthinking it. And I really love that. And it gave him, a sense of relatability. In the Kathy Friedman episode, when Simon is, nervous about the interview, what his brother said, and just whenever he's anxious, nervous, I can feel it because he feels, as I said, so real. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, he's so good. I liked him in Aquaman as Black Manta. That was awesome. He was awesome in Watchmen, of course, but I've only seen him in like superhero stuff, but this is my favorite thing that I've seen him in. He just kills it, and God, I love him. One of the best parts of this amazing show is Trevor and Simon's relationship. They're such an unlikely pairing, but it works super well. Like, Trevor's almost like kind of like a mentor to Simon to stop his overthinking and his acting, but also like he's not just a mentor for his acting. He's kind of like also a mentor for, his personal life, because he just does. Simon never had a friend. Trevor is his first real friend, and when he feels betrayed, it's just he lets out all that energy. And I just love their relationship, how they became friends, their bromance. Trevor taking blame for what happened when Simon, let out his powers on the set. It just shows just the relationship, how close they are, how close they've become, how much Trevor cares for Simon, and Simon returns the favor at the very end, breaking him out of prison. And man, I want to see more of the two together. They are perfect. I want a season 2 of this show right now. I want it injected right into my veins. But yeah, the relationship was so good, and I love them so much. And Simon at the end also pretending to be, shadowing that guy and then giving them money at the end, I thought was also super nice. Honestly, I really don't have anything negative about this show. I thought, like, maybe my opinion will change as I've thought about it more, and the show has been out for more than like 2 days. But I loved every single second of it. I cannot think of anything that I disliked at all, which is a crazy thing to say, because like, even with other Marvel shows, like, yeah, Loki season 2 was awesome. I loved it. But that second episode with the whole TVA betrayers was a little weird. Like, we just jumped right into it. We didn't really get an introduction to it that well. So like, all these 8 episodes, I can't think of anything at all that I straight up just disliked, that made me not like. There's just nothing. I just loved everything about it. I guess the only negative I have is the way Marvel released it. I would have loved to have an episode a week, even like 2 episodes a week, to build some, theories around it and like try to predict what happens next. But I also see why they did dropped it all at once. I think it worked. Another thing that I absolutely loved about this show was just how meta it was. Like, the Doorman episode was meta to the superhero genre, but also to like Hollywood. And I love seeing Josh Gad. I thought that was hilarious that he got lost in Doorman and he's missing. I think that's hilarious. I would love to see that bit come back. But also Joe Pantoliano. I'm messing up how you say that, but you know who he is. It was hilarious to see him in here, and I love that at the end of the show they have Wonder Man talking to, you know, a tennis ball because they're going to CGI, and they CGI Joe in. Thought that was hilarious. Doorman also just, he felt like Marvel does this a lot where they show a character at the end. I'm like, oh, get excited. And that's exactly what Doorman felt like. He felt like a glup shitter, like, you know, nothing about him. And he just shows up and it's hilarious. I even love when they're on that like TV thing and the guy goes, "There's the door, man." That was hilarious. And I just was like completely reminded of Fantastic and just say that again. I thought that was hilarious. And they parodied both Hollywood and just superheroes in general really well. I thought that was hilarious. I don't know if anyone else made this connection, but in the comics, Doorman, he is connected to the Dark Force, and Cloak and Dagger, well, specifically Cloak, is also connected to the Dark Force. And in the show, we see he gets his powers from a Roxxon dumpster, and his powers are very reminiscent of Cloak. You know, people can go through them and they end up in other places. And in the Cloak and Dagger show, they got their powers from a Roxxon oil rig explosion. And I choose to believe that that was on purpose. Like, we can debate if Cloak and Dagger is MCU canon. It is. But that just had to be on purpose. Because, like, his powers, Dark Force, very similar to Cloak's. People can go through them. Roxxon, right there. They got their powers from Roxxon. That is 100% a connection to Cloak and Dagger. This show also made me feel like I want to be more creative. Like, I've made short films with my friends in, you know, high school. We took a filmmaking class for a while, and we made films. Loved them. It was a really fun thing, and I really like it. And we kind of tried to do some, you know, outside of school since we graduated high school, and it just hasn't happened, you know, hasn't gone through all the way. But I just feel like, wow, I really want to, you know, finish those, you know, finish writing that script and just be creative. The show makes me just want to be creative. The way the show is shot is also super good. It feels so grounded, and this is also in the writing and the performances. It just feels, as I've said earlier, so real. I feel like this world is real, and I just want to explore it more. Simon, you know, that episode where they're at Von Kovac's house and, you know, they're doing the callback and Wonder Man's sleeping and he does the punch through the guy's face, that scared me. I was like, what? There's no way that just happened. And then, you know, it's really sleeping. I just thought that was a really great fake out. I really felt it. It's just shows how good this show is. Overall, I absolutely love this show. If you can't tell, you could say it was wonderful, but the performances, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II and Ben Kingsley did amazing. All the actors just knew their part. They just did it so well, and I loved it. The show felt perfectly paced. I was glued to the TV. I couldn't not look at it. And the directing, it was so good. Destin Daniel Cretton did awesome. I think he made the show with Andrew Guest. Both of those guys are amazing. I would love to see them do a second season. And Destin Daniel Cretton, you know, he's doing the Spider-Man Brand New Day. So I'm even more excited for what that's going to hold for, you know, Spider-Man. But yeah, overall, love the show. Give me a second season, Marvel. I will do anything. Please, just give me more Wonder Man. Give me more Simon Williams. Let's form the West Coast Avengers. So I'm editing the video right now, and there's a couple things I forgot to add. First thing being, I think that the DODC has the potential to become the government force behind Sentinels. You know, we get Senator Robert Kelly, Bolivar Trask. I think that in the next saga, which is going to be the Mutant Saga, I think we will get the DODC, and they're going to be the ones who create Sentinels.
That's my theory. I mean, I don't know how I didn't think to mention that when I was first recording the video, because I'm wearing my X-Men shirt right now. But second thing that I wanted to add is the show was also just super fun. I love the humor of it. Josh Gad singing his song from Frozen and remixing it was hilarious. The whole chamoy bit was also super funny, and the whole show just had a more fun vibe to it that I really loved, and I'd like to see that more in a couple of other Marvel projects, whatever's coming out. And then third thing, this is, I think, Marvel's year. We're getting this show starting off the year is awesome. We get Daredevil Born Again Season 2, X-Men 97 Season 2, Vision Quest, Spider-Man Brand New Day, and Avengers Doomsday. Maybe even Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man might be like end of this year or something. But yeah, this year is just, I think it's going to be Marvel's year. And, DC only has one project, but it's going to be their year too, I bet. But I just feel like Marvel it's going to have straight bangers this year, I hope. And they're starting it off strong with Wonder Man.